Hello everybody, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and as you can tell, I have $1,000 out there, probably by the title, or if you know what it looks like out there, could be either way. I'm trying to get all them numbers in there reasonably good. So what I'm doing here is I'm calling it 1K one shooter, and partially this is for my own what I want to see. But I also want some other YouTubers to try it and people at home to try it. But what the idea here is you have $1,000. You have to put it all out there for your shooter, and you can never regress below $1,000 on the table. And you get one shooter, 1 7 out. Once you 7 out, you're done. How many sessions does it take to make money doing this? Or, you know, is there like some, because I think that, and this is kind of a dice control thing. I think that if these dice controllers are so good, and what's up, Larry, with the dice controllers I see all over YouTube and stuff, if you're so good, you should be able to walk up to a table and do this. Put $1,000 out there and kick its ass. And I know they'll say, well, sometimes you got to warm up. But when I go to tables, I never see people warm up. I never see people play a minimum bet and take a shot and see, okay, this was doing this or any of that. When I watch it on YouTube live, I never see anyone warm up. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that argument. You should be able to do this. If you're an elite dice controller, if you really can do it, you should be able to make this happen. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do it. I don't think I'm a good dice controller, but I'm going to try it. Now you can set the board up however you want. I don't care how you set it up, but you have to have the whole 1,000 at risk. If you want to play the don't, I'm cool with that. But outside of the come out roll, you don't have to have $1,000 on the line, or you don't have to be working. Outside of the come out roll, though, you need to have $1,000 at risk at all times. After that, you can collect, you can regress, you can press, but you can't regress less than, you have to have at least $1,000 on the table all the time. That's kind of where the challenge comes in. I just kind of want to see who can have the best run. Obviously, preferably live, because you could record a video 100 times, 100 shooters. Eventually, you're going to have a good one. Which, if you do that, that's fine. I don't care. It'd be cool if you just told us how many times it took. Also, I'm just kind of curious on just the different strategies that people would play doing this and stuff. But what I'm going to do, like I said, you see I have 600 out there and no hundreds, and then 25, 50, 50, 25 for the caps, and then 50 on the line. I have 200 there for odds. So I'm going to shoot my come out, and then I'll put odds down. I'm playing it like it's a 10x odds table, but you could play 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to do. All that stuff is up to you, but you can't have less than $1,000 at the table after a come out. If the puck's on, you have to have $1,000 working. All right, so here we go. I'm going to shoot my 6.542. That's what I shoot on the light side. Honestly, I don't really have a good reason why. It's just done good for me. Again, I don't think I'm good at this. The dice control aspect of craps, I don't think I'm good at. I do think I'm good at missing numbers, but as far as this part of it, I just don't. I don't think I'm very good at it. So we'll see what happens. Kind of curious. I'm going to do probably at least 10 episodes of this, just to kind of see where it goes. And like I said, I'd like to see other people try it. So here we go. This might last 2 shots. One, two, three. So we're starting off fabulous. I guess that's what this money's for too. So get our 100, put it back on the line. Maybe that's what that money's for, not odds. Four, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. 150 behind. I'm still going to leave that out there. that 150 out there. Here we go. Three, 1, 4. So that's going to win 95 for me. Or sorry, 195, because I don't have any VIG chips, so I'm just going to pay myself 195. And again, remember, you're trying to rack up, trying to make your more than 1,000, right? If you can't get to more than 1,000, you're losing. Six, 2, 8. Pretty good one. We'll take 175. Pressed it up to 300. All right. I got $120 made so far. That's a 12. It's not going to do anything for me. 6, 6, 12. Four, 1, 5. That's a pretty good one. Going to win 175. We'll go to 250. Wah, wah. 5, deuce, 7. All right, so I lost my first round. I only racked 170, so I lost $830 in my first run. It took me like 6 shots, but that's the idea of this. Like I said, I'm going to do a bunch of episodes until I just want to see how long it is until I have a good run, right? Like how many shooters of myself does it take before $1,000 on the board turns into, a monster? The idea here is that people that claim to be good at this, or people that are good at this, dice control, you should be able to come right up to the table and bust this out. And the reason I say that is because I don't ever see people warm up, so that must be the case. I don't ever see that. So I'm just curious. I want to see if other people can do it. I obviously, in round 1, got crushed. I think I'm going to get crushed a whole bunch of times probably. But the idea here is that hopefully, hopefully there's some people that have, show something. Because the more and more I watch dice control and this and that, the less and less I believe in it. There's so many versions of it, and so many, like, to me, it's like splitting hairs. Like the same thing people do with strategies. They split hairs in them, and I don't. To me, dice control works in a way, but not in the way that, not this way. I don't think you can defeat the 7, and so that's kind of why I wanted to do this like this partially. But also, I wanted to see how many rolls, how many shooters it would take before I was able to be profitable like this. And since I think my rolls are basically random anyway, this is kind of like a random roller, or it just directly is a random roller. So, but I can't wait for some of you other guys to try it and post it. And if you do, let me know. That way I can go watch it. But yeah, so round one for me, not great, right? Down a chunk, down a chunk. But with this style of play, if you went round two and you had even kind of a good roll, you could make all that money back. That is one thing about playing bigger like this. And the guys on YouTube, like the Bubble Craps guys and Bluff and stuff, they prove that you can play crazy as long as you have the money to do it and still be profitable a lot of times. So whatever your crazy is okay as long as but those guys go for it. It's a little different, and I think that's a lot harder for older craps players to get behind, is the go for it. They're much more interested in grinding it out and hanging out at the craps table, I think. Less risk, more enjoyment at the table. I think I see more of that with the older crowd, where the younger crowd seems to be a little more aggressive and just kind of whatever happens, happens. But anyways, hopefully some of you guys will try this. Like I said, maybe I should record one of these, because the problem with the lives on YouTube is it doesn't go out the same. When you record the videos, it gets much more exposure. So maybe I need to do one of these recorded as well. But anyways, guys, thank you for your time. I just wanted to put this out there. I didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know it was going to be 5 minutes or 50 minutes. You know, it just kind of depended on how well I did. And I don't know, I had 3 or 4 hits, but no repeaters. And I, like I said, I lost 800. So, again, like I said, I'm going to come out tomorrow, do the same thing. And I'll have other videos coming out too as well. But this is so far 0 for 1, or however you want to call it, down 800, we'll say, or whatever it is. So what did I make? I said I made 50, 170. So I'm down 830, minus 830. So we'll see if we can come back from that and make some chunk. I do think I'll get one of these rolls one time that will go, he'll have some craziness to it, maybe hit, 4 or 5 repeaters and make a chunk, because it's just the nature of it. You're going to have a roll here and there that goes long. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys for your time. Even though this is short, normally I definitely don't normally make videos this short, but y'all have a great day, great evening, and I'll see y'all in episode 2.